So let's start with the story of where Aptos came from. Aptos was built at Meta as part of the Libra project, and its intention was to move money across Meta's super app economy, from Instagram to WhatsApp to Facebook. As part of that, we've developed a language that provides enterprise-grade security that large institutions can support at Web 2 speeds with decentralized networks. So Aptos is the blockchain that is most performant and provides all the value of any decentralized network on the market. So the innovation has happened on the blockchain side. The next innovation comes from inspiring the builders who are going to build the next breakout use case. And there's a few areas we think that is important for them to discover that are unique to Aptos, and we think we are positioned to help them enable. The first is trading. So how does economic value move across chain? Whether it's stable coins, cryptocurrencies, user-generated assets like NFTs. The second piece is payments. We've just integrated with the top two stablecoin issuers, USDT and USDC, and now have the fastest dollar globally on the internet. So that is a big green space for us. And the third, which is very important and has always been core to our mission, is real-world assets. How do we bring $1 trillion across different asset classes and industries on-chain? A couple things for us in our short lifespan so far, relatively. We're one of the top three growing developers across all of the crypto ecosystems. We are top three in total transactions and daily wallets. And we're now approaching top 5 in real-world assets coming on chain already. So we've made a lot of progress, and the next phase is finding the developer who's going to build the next breakout use case. I think the hurdle is pretty simple, and it is finding and inspiring founders who are going to bring the potential of decentralized networks to the next level. I think that is the hurdle, but it is also the opportunity. So you build tech to just have tech, that's great. But if people aren't here helping you realize it and attracting users to understand what can be done with the technology, then it is just sitting on the shelf. So my job actually as head of ecosystem is, I mentioned all the priorities for us across those three things, trading, payments, and real-world assets. My job is to go co-build with founders who have very strong thesis and passion around those use cases. So I would say that is the next hurdle. Founders and great founders are very scarce, but that is the challenge in terms of attracting them. So the way we think about AI is less of a vertical, but an enablement to do those priorities that I discussed. So how does AI help assets move on chain and trading? How does AI help payments use cases on the internet? How does AI help with real world assets? But the other piece is, how can AI be better enabled by decentralized infrastructure? So if you have a high performant network that can start to get close to Web 2 level scale, what are the areas of the other stack that needs to be improved to onboard things that AI needs, which is large compute and large storage? And so I think that's kind of how I think about AI. One is an enabler to these use cases, and then two, with decentralized infrastructure, how can we actually enable AI itself? That's kind of how we think about it. Quantum computing, I don't have a good answer for that, but we have a very stacked research team that thinks about it a lot that would be much better value.
That is an answer. Yeah. If you think about it, most people are not even thinking about it yet. They're like, oh, this is 10 years ago, so
our research team is thinking 20 years ahead. And I don't bother them too much with with my needs, yeah. But you should definitely, we should definitely have a call with them to talk about.
Very good.
Yeah. Aptos is the chain for money movement. It was built for Facebook, so it's perfect for you. And we want builders who are building billion-dollar enterprises and serving trillions of transactions. That is what we are built for. So with Facebook, that is our origination. We're not part of Facebook, of course, but it trained us to be very high performant. In terms of markets, we have a very strong awareness and intent from China. We just launched an accelerator program to find the best founders in the market, which we believe in Hong Kong has a very high and deep talent pool for. We have very strong presence in Korea with institutions as well as Japan. So we are actually pretty well situated in the East in terms of relationships and sentiment. I actually think in the West, it's time to start to balance a little bit. The East is far outpacing the West in terms of at least innovation in my mind, which is great. And so we have to bring the West along, I think, a bit further in terms of building great use cases on-chain that actually push the technology forward. I think it's two things. Number one, we need economic activity to happen on-chain on Aptos. So value transfer happening on-chain, and it will happen. Number two, we want the next unicorn or a few unicorns to come from Aptos in the next 12 to 24 months. It's as simple as that.